Welcome back to the Dark Truth Diaries. Tonight's story isn't just about crime. It's about control, manipulation, and a woman who was supposed to be destroyed quietly. I became personally involved in this case after receiving an email with just one sentence. If I disappear, tell my story. Attached was a folder of evidence, messages, recordings, legal documents, photos, and a handwritten note that said, "He thinks I'm afraid." That's his mistake. This is not a story about a perfect victim or a cartoon villain. This is the story of how one woman refused to lose and outplayed the man who tried to erase her life. This is the woman who outsmarted the man trying to ruin her life. Her name, at least the name I'll use, was Elena Cross. We met in a quiet cafe on a rainy afternoon. She arrived early, chose a seat facing the door, and never touched her coffee. That told me everything. People who've been hunted don't relax in public. She looked ordinary, early 30s, professional, calm, but her eyes scanned every reflection in the window behind me. Before I asked a single question, she said, "I need this story told correctly. Because if it isn't, he wins." Then she slid the folder across the table. And that's when I realized this wasn't paranoia. It was preparation. The man trying to destroy her was Marcus Hale. Successful, respected, untouchable. At least on paper. Marcus was older, charming, deeply connected, and dangerous in the way that never raises suspicion. He wasn't violent. He didn't shout. He controlled. Elena met him through work. He was a mentor figure at first, guiding her career, opening doors, praising her intelligence. Then slowly, the tone shifted. Compliments became expectations. Guidance became pressure. Support became ownership. And when Elena rejected him, politely, professionally, Marcus didn't explode. He smiled. And began dismantling her life piece by piece. Marcus didn't attack Elena directly. That's what made him dangerous. Instead, he spread quiet rumors about her competence. Questioned her mental stability. Interfered with job offers. Manipulated colleagues against her. Positioned himself as the concerned ally. Every time Elena defended herself, it made her look unstable. Every time she stayed silent, the lies grew. She told me. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was trying to erase me. And the scariest part? No one believed her. The turning point came the night Elena received a message from Marcus. "You should stop fighting. You're embarrassing yourself." She stared at that message for hours. Then she did something unexpected. She stopped reacting. She stopped defending. She stopped explaining. And she started documenting. Every message. Every lie. Every contradiction. Every whisper campaign. She told me. I realized he needed me emotional. So I became cold. That was the moment Elena stopped being a target and became a threat. Elena knew Marcus thrived on three things: reputation, control, silence. So she attacked none of them directly. Instead, she created records. She asked questions via email, never verbally. She let him over-explain. She let him contradict himself. She allowed him to feel safe. She pretended to lose. Marcus believed she was breaking. He told others she was unstable. That was his fatal mistake. While gathering evidence, Elena uncovered something Marcus never intended her to find. He was running multiple manipulations at once. Other women. Other careers destroyed. Other unstable accusations. She wasn't the first. She was just the one who noticed the pattern. Elena reached out, carefully, anonymously, to others. What she found was devastating. And powerful. Together, they formed a timeline that exposed Marcus's methods. This was no longer revenge. This was exposure. Marcus made his final move 6 months later. He filed a formal complaint against Elena, accusing her of harassment. On paper, it looked convincing. Elena told me. That's when I knew he was desperate. Because Marcus didn't know something critical. She had already submitted her evidence. Quietly. Strategically. Legally. And she had witnesses. The investigation was swift. Emails. recordings, contradictions, patterns. Marcus tried to charm his way out, then intimidate, then deny, then blame Elena. But the story no longer belonged to him. He resigned within weeks. His reputation, his weapon, was gone. And when reporters reached out to Elena, she declined interviews. She didn't need attention. She had her life back. Marcus lost his career, his influence, his credibility, his access to victims. Elena lost nothing. She rebuilt quietly, stronger, smarter, unreachable. She told me during our final conversation, "I didn't ruin him. I let him ruin himself." And that's the story of the woman who outsmarted the man trying to ruin her life. Not with violence, not with chaos, but with patience, intelligence, and proof. Let me ask you, if you were in Elena's position, would you have fought back the same way? Or would you have walked away? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. If this story stayed with you, like the video, subscribe to the Dark Truth Diaries, and turn on notifications because some stories aren't just told, they're uncovered. Until next time, stay aware, because the most dangerous enemies are the ones who smile while they sharpen the knife.